Hi, I'm Waxbones. I'm a Bristol-based NFT artist. I think I first got involved towards the end of January 2021. One of my friends was involved, and he was releasing something that looked really cool, but I had no idea what an NFT was. So I started chatting to him, and then got introduced to the guys over at Known Origin, and thought I'd dabble with it a little bit. It sounded interesting. The whole idea of NFTs piqued my interest, and then a year later, after spending a year holding down a full-time job and doing NFTs in my spare time, I decided that it was time to make the move to do this full-time. Prometheus Lab is a art-focused and story-driven generative project that uses a really unique minting experience to kind of put the control of what the NFT looks like in the hands of the collector itself. So the storytelling was the primary driver for this project. I didn't want to create something where the story was shoehorned in after the fact. I wanted there to always be a reason for someone to come here and to mint effectively the PFP. The story came first, really, and then the art started to develop around it. The modern Prometheus was actually the original title for Frankenstein before it was called Frankenstein. So that's kind of where that name came from. And the whole, I just come off the back of doing a project with Rembrandt called Tartarus that pulled on a lot of ancient Greek mythology. And obviously Prometheus is a Greek myth. So all of these different inspirations sort of came together, and I knew I wanted to create a project where everything was a little bit weird and wonderful. It took me a long time when I was developing my NFT, I guess, persona, to realize that I didn't actually need to have a character as such that I could work with. I could sort of ride off the coattails of my style being the thing that connects me to my art, because I do have quite a recognizable style. So that kind of freed me up to be a bit more playful with what a Waxbones generative could look like. So thinking about everything from Frankenstein to Alien and Star Wars and monsters and creatures and weird and wonderful things were the influence for bringing all of this together into one place. And then also, I spent a lot of my time collaborating with other artists and working on their projects and their characters. So it felt right to bring them into my universe. There's the Crypto Geisha team, Gare. They're amazing artists over there. And then Mark the Habibi with the Habibi collection, Shaka Blood with his hoppers, and then recently Kid 8 and Lorona with her boys collection are happy to be involved. And then X Copy, who was one of my earliest collectors. I chatted to him about the project, and he was really keen for me to sort of bring his creations in. Obviously Deadfellaz, Zach Ritchie's character Bep, really either people that I've worked with that have strong communities and followings, or just people that I've admired for a long time. Like, me and Zach have never worked on a project together, but we've been in the same collections, and I think he's one of the most underrated artists in the space. So it was really great to be able to reinvent their characters and kind of see how people want to mash them up with other characters. It's really cool. This is a premium project, really, and the back end of it is quite complex. So it's not just a sake of clicking a button and you get a randomly generated thing. Like, we have a mint site where someone can sit and roll each of the quadrants and the background of this abomination that you're minting. So, some people have said that they've spent hours and hours playing with it, trying to get the exact combination that they want. It gives you that mint experience, and because it's part of this story, it makes sense why you would be doing this. We're in a massive bear market at the moment, so we kept thinking, like, how can we keep this fresh? How can we keep people interested in this, and we've started to retire certain traits and introduce new ones. And it's almost like this project is benefiting from the fact that it didn't sell out in an hour. We can keep evolving it, and people that may not have been so interested in certain traits at the beginning, like new things are coming in and they're experimenting again and again, and I think that's really cool. And it's a great way of me as an artist keeping things fresh and being able to constantly evolve the project.